Good morning.
We're live.
Good morning. And I want to start the day off with, you look marvelous.
You look marvelous.
No. Marvelous. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, sweetie.
Doesn't Lisa look marvelous? Okay, for those of you who are old enough to know where that's from, put it in the chat. Put it in the comments if you know where that come from. You look marvelous. I want to see if we got any grown folks in our room, first off. But we do have a happy Tuesday to you, first off. The last Tuesday of the month, and this particular Tuesday we had 5 Tuesdays in it. We have 5 Tuesdays in it, and because of that,
the ladies are going to get together tonight.
The
ladies are going to get together in the newly renovated Empowerment Center room.
Oh, you're going to do it in your new Empowerment Center room.
It is.
Whoop, whoop. That's going to be exciting, ladies. If y'all haven't seen it yet, you're in for a treat. It's a lot more sexy looking. It's a lot more fun looking.
It's still under construction. It's still being built, made, and put together. But we got at least a room that we can hang out in. And if you are coming to us remotely, don't worry. That's how it is. It's an online space. So we look forward to welcoming you in, christening the space. We are going to do lots and lots and lots of wonderful christening things in the room tonight.
So how much do looks really matter?
How much do looks really matter?
I mean, we say it don't matter. It's easy to say beauty's only skin deep. Yeah. Beauty's only skin deep. Oh, yeah. You're not old enough for that?
I don't think so.
It's the Temptations, baby.
Yeah, no. I know the Temptations, but I've never heard of that song.
Beauty's only skin deep for the Temptations. It was
Maybe
a hit.
Not like that.
It was a hit. Uzama, you look marvelous today. How much do looks really matter?
How much do looks matter? We're gonna talk about that today in lots of different contexts, I think.
Yeah.
Because there are some places that looks do matter, and there are some places that looks don't matter.
And there's some places where looks is definitely an advantage.
Absolutely.
And there's even places where it's a disadvantage.
So we're going to talk about that. Hey, Miss Phyllis, what's good?
Miss Phyllis, you look marvelous.
You look marvelous.
No one has told us where that's coming from yet. We're going to see who finally comes up with it.
You look marvelous. We're going to talk about that and where did that come from back in a moment. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. She says, Grand Rising to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family.
And
Altaric and Amarian say hello.
Hello
What's
to
good?
both of
What's
you.
good?
Dr. Beverly, you look marvelous. Yes, you do. You look marvelous. Where do we get that from? And Dr. Beverly, how much do looks really matter?
How much do looks really matter?
Yeah,
and which context?
Let's go there because I liked your setup.
Yeah, because we talked about it. So we've actually had scenarios where both looks might have seemed like an impediment for a particular role and a disadvantage. We don't know how much of that was in their mind.
In her own head.
But
I look too good to be in business successfully. Is our client I actually had. She really thought that was a reason why she couldn't be successful in business because she was so attractive, and that was in her head,
The thing is, hardly anybody knew how attractive she was because she didn't have a picture of herself anywhere.
Well, she had one or two, but she was scared to post more pictures of herself because she's so damn good looking. And the pictures she posted were like studio, black and whites and all that stuff. Whatever.
But in that again, there are instances where people may feel that way. Dr. Beverly says either Saturday Night Live or The Addams Family.
Well, you get to pick one. It's Saturday Night Live.
It's Saturday Night Live.
But it was Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal, the character playing.
You gave it away too soon.
I should have waited longer?
Yes.
Okay. I could have waited longer. It was Saturday Night Live, SNL, yes. You look in the
Billy
70s.
Crystal.
Yep.
Back when Saturday Night Live was Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Robin Stern. Robin, you look marvelous.
You look marvelous.
Robin, I had my meeting with Robin yesterday.
Good for you.
It was very enlightening. Here's the thing. I went to do some of the stuff he told me to do. And it said, I put my name in there in the Google and it says, this name has already been owned by someone. And it was owned by me, but I have to prove that it's owned by me, this Google page. So I got to wait 3 days. That's what they told me. You got to wait 3 days. And if no one else claims my name and my business, then I get to manage it again. So I got to wait. Did I just spray you?
Every single day. I usually am more discreet about the way that.
Dang. I don't want you to start wearing a towel or something. But I really like this new dress you got on here. It's nice. It looks comfortable. You can wear it out, chilling with us, when we hit our spot.
I wouldn't wear it out.
You wouldn't?
No.
Too short?
No, it's not too short. First of all, there's no such really thing as too short.
Yes, it is.
Amen.
Speaking of too short, you know how tall Simone Biles is? Simone Biles, if you haven't heard, is the greatest gymnast in U.S. history. But she's 4'8". She's 4'8". And what I saw about her, which is incredible to me, when she does her runs and tumbles and leaps into the air, her head gets as high as 12 feet off the ground.
Woo-hoo.
She's 4'8", and she leaps in the air and flips and ends up at 12 feet in the air. She could jump at 4'8". She could jump over Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, because 12 foot and 4'8" leaves a difference of 7 feet 4 inches.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much this chick has got off the ground.
That's what's up.
Amazing.
Robin says, my brother, you just aren't logging into the right Google account. You already own it.
I only got 2 Google accounts. Okay. I got
Google accounts.
Be the Rhino,
Uh-huh.
and I'm vegan now. I'm freaking vegan now. What? Okay, that's still one too. We were vegan for 2017, Lisa and I, for a whole year.
Dr. Beverly said, and her husband is 12 feet tall.
No, he's
not
like
quite
6'2", but he plays pro football for the Green Bay Packers. Yes.
He's a biggin.
Yeah, he's taller. He's 6'2", I think, and she's 4'8", but she can leap 12 feet. That's amazing to me. Amazing.
Today's topic: how much do looks matter in your life, in your business, in your relationships?
Today versus yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. I think today there has become a norm that physiological
things
looks,
you don't like about your look, you can change.
Well, that it's more important than substance. I think the tide is beginning to turn, but I think that there has been a season of about 20 years that the outward appearance is more than substance, more important than substance.
You have visual proof of that. There's one news network, I'm not going to say their name unless Lisa cajoles me, where like out of 60 on-air personalities, and I say 50 of them are women. And they all are blonde-haired, blue-eyed women. Okay, they're all blonde. They are blondes. They're all blondes because that's what this particular network wants to feature for their news. They're all blondes.
I don't have any idea of any of the news networks or who's on them. I don't watch the news.
That means they have a look that they want.
15 years.
But they have a look that they want the news to come from.
I get it.
It's got to be a blonde and this way, look this way.
So long gone is Walter Cronkite.
Right. That's and long gone is the time where you believe the guy. Walter Cronkite was universally revered as telling the truth. At least where he was for a season. Uzama says,
I feel better when I look better. On that note, I'm getting ready to do 15 minutes on my rebounder. So I'm listening, trying to get back on track from Nashville.
I don't even know what a rebounder is.
What is a rebounder? Is that the jumping thing, or is that like a trampoline, or what is a rebounder? So that we know what a rebounder is.
I was going to say, I am so out of the loop with this fitness equipment. I don't even know what a rebounder is. I thought you might know.
No, I don't, but I might know by the end of this week. I've actually decided to add something to my walks, and that is going to be a little bit of resistance training and some gym time.
Okay.
I don't know whether or not I'm going to use your jump rope or not, but or even the trampoline. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to add my additional fitness at the house, or I'm going to keep on going and go to get worked out or whatever. Miss Phyllis said, as Jasmine Crockett says, bad. Is it? It's not bad. It's what is it saying?
Bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. Okay. And I saw an interview with her with Joy Reid. Joy Reid says, did you have that already loaded in the chamber? Or she goes, no, I didn't have it loaded. But when she said that, so I just went head to toe, is what was her thinking.
Hey, man.
She started with her head.
That's what happened when you come for, if you send for me, I'm going to come.
Classic example of F around
and find out.
That was the best.
Oh, that's horrible.
That was the best.
Man, she just went from head to toe. Yeah, she went from head to toe.
Certain people you don't come for like that. I mean,
like,
come
please, don't come
like
for
certain
me.
stand-up comedians, you don't try to clown because they will roast and they will slice and dice you. Okay. Robin Harris was one that comes to mind. You didn't mess with Robin Harris when he got the mic.
So even thinking about physical things, not even thinking about the mindset, thinking about physical. So even as we have, good morning, William Brown. Today's topic is how much do looks matter?
How much do they really matter?
How much do looks really matter, right? Happier today, fam. Amen. So thinking about looks and health for me has always been a challenge.
Okay.
Looks and health. Because I've never been a small person.
Okay.
I've been a short person, like a little person.
Right.
But I've never been a small person.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That affected me more than I think it affects the world. And I feel like it affected the world in the other people. When I say the world, I mean people other than me. I was told by several people, you dress like you don't even know how fat you are.
You dress like you don't know how fat
you don't even know how big you are. Like you're proud and beautiful. No. They were saying it in a compliment. You might hear it as not a compliment. This person was really giving a compliment. We were in a dialogue and she was admiring some of the things that I wear. No, we were grown-ups.
Okay.
Stop trying to find something wrong with the conversation. It was not. She was very, very complimentary in what she said, even though she did not necessarily say it.
That's not a compliment.
Well, it really was. She says that you dress so beautifully, but you dress as if you have no regard for your size. Now, she was a bigger person who had relegated herself to muumuus and all kind of just big dumpy stuff, right? So she did not embrace the fact that you could dress the size.
And any size, I believe.
Well, not always, not anymore. You got to work hard at it. But it's been a challenge for me because it seems that even when I lose the weight, even when I've lost weight, I've never really lost a ton of weight. Now I'm really into my fitness for my health rather than my shape or whatever size people want. Very good. So there are some elements to my shape that have nothing to do with what's common in the world. I don't go in like this in the middle. I don't have a waist. I'm shaped like a straight line up
You're
and
not
down.
shaped like a straight line.
Yes, I am. Oh, well, I go like this out in the middle.
When
But
you lay down on your side,
mhm.
you do have a shape. Okay, I know. Okay, because I put
Very
my hands
good.
on
But
it.
anyway,
Okay?
whatever. What I'm trying to say is, if I allowed myself to believe that there was only one shape that was attractive, I would often find myself very, very unhappy.
I get that. But there are a lot of shapes that are attractive
There
to a lot of
are.
different people.
Yes,
The
there
day I
are.
proposed to my wife was Christmas Eve 2015. But I knew that no matter what happened to Lisa's body or whatever, I would always enjoy looking at her face because I think her face is so pretty. I think her face is one of those faces that any kind of hairstyle work, any kind would work with her pretty face. And I knew I would never grow tired, even if she got old and wrinkled or whatever. I knew I would always enjoy looking at her pretty face. Okay, so that part of looks mattered to me. Dr. Beverly says,
looks matter. The attractiveness of your business reflects the you are becoming. The self-care of your skin tells your inside business. It's important to others whose light is dim. Your marvelous character will be seen and talked about forever. That's what people will see. However, as long as my lip gloss that I make is popping, everything else has to fall in place. However, if you let Brian tell it, he will look at your well put together and say, LOL. Interesting. He never said that to me. Please, no. He never said interesting to me because I ain't not having interesting.
Okay. That's an inside joke. I don't even know if you want to go there.
It's not an inside joke. That was you shared it with the broadcast.
I know, but there's people here that don't know that joke. So I don't know if I want to. So Dr. Beverly, keep it going
because it's true. So Brian was walking away from the building, he was walking towards the building for an appointment. Right. There was a woman leaving the building, well put together, hairstyle, outfit, everything that would otherwise be seen as very attractive.
Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. However, as they reached one another,
I saw her from afar off, and she saw me from afar off, and there was nobody else there.
And when you get to the place where you would acknowledge someone, either good morning, hello, or whatever, he says, interesting.
No, I told her, you look interesting.
You look interesting.
You look interesting, is what I said. But keep in mind, I wasn't there for her.
Yeah.
Okay. I was there on business.
Yeah.
Okay. She was going about her business. I was going about my business too. She was stunningly beautiful, and she knew it too. And I just said, and I didn't mean it as an insult.
I didn't think you did. Just like I said, sometimes people are not even in the frame. You were not in the frame of mind to say anything other than
I wasn't trying to holler.
Felt that I needed to say something, obviously.
Right.
Because you could have kept going and just not said
that would have been really rude.
Good morning, Emily. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Emily.
Interesting.
I said, you look interesting. I said, you look interesting. And for some reason, these women don't like that line, Robin. For some reason.
Hey, man, Dr. Beverly said if she wasn't confident, then she would have been offended.
Why would she have been offended? I don't get that.
Interesting is never a compliment. It is usually a way to say something without saying anything.
Oh, my God. I wasn't there for her.
It was almost like, oh, look at the baby.
You guys are inferring way too much.
We are. Just like you tried to infer. That lady was trying to disrespect me. She wasn't. She really wasn't.
Anyway, I saw a thing this morning, fellas, ladies. This lady, she was taking off her makeup, okay? But then she kind of like grabbed a part of it, and then she got her finger worked into it, and then she kept working, and then she got another finger, and ended up being like a mask that she had on. She kept working them all the way around, and she took the whole mask off of her face. It was like a thin plastic mask that she had put on at some point, and she had decided to take it off. She had a whole new face underneath it, different skin tone, everything.
Good morning,
and I was like, wow, that thin little plastic that she chose. And I obviously had to be a lot of work to get all that on her. You know, it had to be a lot of work to get all that on her. But why would she do that? Because looks matter. And how much do they matter is what I'm asking you.
How much do they matter?
How much do
Emily
looks
says
matter?
people say that about me when I'm in steampunk art. They say interesting. I guess they don't understand it. They don't.
It's not an insult, baby.
It's not an insult.
Okay.
I don't think it's an insult. I think that these days that there is, and when I say these days, I feel like I'm 1,000 years old. But in today's influencer world, that there is a lot of emphasis on physical beauty, physical attributes outside of the way that one might even be created. But it's not necessarily only today. Maybe it's more accessible today, because back in I was going to say back in the olden days, what's the name took a rib out?
Janet Jackson?
No, Raquel Welch.
And Janet did it too.
I didn't know Janet did too. Janet Jackson has gone up and down and up and down and up and down in all the years, seemingly going down when she's ready to perform,
removing a lower rib to maintain that figure. You know, that sunken figure in the middle, that hourglass shape. You know,
I would have to take all these ribs out.
Stop it.
I would just have to take all the ribs out because I don't go like that.
Stop it. Okay, but it matters. But Eddie Murphy, when he was back in, this is in the 80s now, he used to do this hilarious skit. It was on Saturday Night Live about why people should have sex with ugly people. You should have sex with ugly people, because when you think about it, when you have sex, you have some of the ugliest facial expressions that you're ever going to have. Just think about what your face looks like. So if they look like that all the time, it was funny coming from Eddie. Okay, but does it matter? Where does character factor in? Okay, where does character? How much does that matter?
Absolutely. Now, when I was growing up, there was a woman that lived in my sister's building. Physiologically, her attributes would have been characterized as unattractive.
Okay.
They would have been characterized as such.
Traditionally.
Okay. Traditional characteristics would have been unattractive.
Okay.
But this woman was the most confident and beautiful woman.
That's the thing.
Because of her energy, her just, I mean,
her
she was just her character.
And the way she carried herself.
Absolutely.
Made her attractive.
Good morning, Jay.
Jay Maddie, I am so happy to see you. I have been planning on calling you for the last 3 days in a row just to hear your voice, just to see how you're doing. It's crossed my mind 3 days in a row, so I got to call you again.
Dr. Beverly says taking makeup off is a mission impossible. But I made it funny.
It's a mission impossible. Wow, taking makeup off is that much. But women do it daily. My wife puts on makeup and takes it off every day.
Every single day.
Except for those times, which is not rare. I mean, not often. That she don't decide I'm not gonna rock makeup.
I don't usually even want to leave my room when I don't have makeup.
But she'll put on something. She'll do her eyebrows and lips.
Gotta do my eyebrows.
Okay.
I gotta do my eyebrows.
She's gonna do her eyebrows and her lips anyway. Okay.
Emily says a British model named Kato took 3 ribs from each side just so that she could have the Barbie doll figure.
3 ribs from each side. Okay. Wow.
Interesting.
Hopefully she keeps working that.
How do you keep the rest of you up with those
muscles?
Few ribs?
It's not ribs. It's got to be muscles and tissue. So she got to have strong core or keep working out her abs. It's got to be muscle to hold her up. And all she'll have then is spine and muscle.
Because how many ribs do you have?
I used to know this. How many ribs? I think a better question is, how many ribs do I want when I go to a restaurant?
Oh, Lord. That's right, Stephanie. Good morning, Stephanie.
Isn't that like 6 on each side?
I don't know.
4.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder. How much do you believe or stand by what you say?
Okay, yes. That's a good question. Do you really think it's in the eye of the beholder? Well, the eye of the beholder means this person, the way they see it, defines it for them.
I think
one person can see it as beautiful and one person not, but that person's beauty is in their eyes.
I think that's true, but I think that, and this is me talking about something that I don't really know, but what I perceive, right? I think that men are more visually. Stephanie says 6 rods and a dry rub.
That's what she wants.
Hey man, you want a half rack?
I want a whole rack. I think it's 6 on each side. Okay, I want a rack.
So I think that men are more visually inclined.
And I think that's a misnomer, but go ahead.
It may be than women, and I think that women are more attracted to a man's stature,
Okay,
a man's presentation,
okay,
and a man's position.
mm-hmm.
And I think that's why if you can teach your ugly son how to be successful and don't worry about high school, don't worry about elementary school, he can have anything and anyone he wants by the time he is out of college, if that is the route that he goes.
Interesting, you should say
because
that.
if you look back, and I'm doing this, I'm saying this out loud in front of everybody, right? As I look back over some of the boys that we may have overlooked in elementary school,
Okay,
and
most of them have gone on to be successful.
They've gone on to be
they
successful,
had to compensate
and they actually suddenly looked more attractive as adults.
His vibe,
absolutely.
You know, it's interesting. I've never been tiny either, but I've always been very, very fit until I was 26 years old.
You were tiny once.
I don't think I was ever tiny.
Yeah.
Okay. I was 155 in the military when I first went in, but I was ripped. I mean, the shreds.
That's tiny
compared to me now. You know, do you realize how much weight I've gained since I met you?
No.
I do.
How much?
Do you want me to say how much I've gained since I've been with you?
I don't.
60 pounds.
Is that all?
I'm up 60 pounds since I met you. Okay. 60 pounds. That's that good living. But anyway, where I was going was when I broke my kneecap, I stopped playing basketball daily. Okay, I was never skinny mini, but I was always very, very fit. But I used to play basketball daily. Wait. We're going to get to him, okay? But by the time I got to 30, 31, 32, I had started to gain weight. And I had gotten to the point where I walked into a store one time and the man was coming out and he said, "What's up, big man?" And that was the first time I had ever heard it. I was like 32 years old. I was like, when did I become big man?
You've always been 5'7".
Right, but I had never been big man.
Right,
like
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
So I'm going in and say, "What's up, big man?" And I had to pause, but it seemed
who the hell are you talking to?
No, I didn't feel like that, but it was interesting. I had never been called that before. But what I noticed, and it seems crazy right now when I think about it, in my 30s, as I bigged up, I got more attention because of my looks. I noticed that more women paid attention to me as I started to gain weight. I was getting double takes, all of that stuff.
Because you probably looked older. You looked more mature.
Maybe so, or it could
when
be
you were skinny, you
my
looked
vibe. It could have
like
been my demeanor because I was managing a sales force at the time.
Maybe.
I don't know what it was, but I started to get it.
Dr. Beverly says, "Lisa, tell the story about the lady's eyebrows you did. And she felt like you changed her whole look and loved it."
That's my story about Lisa.
Absolutely.
Right there. So, who's that? Dr. Beverly said, tell her?
Yeah.
It was 2015. Lisa and I were young in our relationship. I don't even think we were
brand new.
We might have, we had probably just started claiming each other at the time.
Yes.
And every fall, and we do it again, we're going to do it again this fall.
Yes.
We participate in this thing called the Community Drivers Give Back. Okay, the Community Drivers Give Back. And it's a consortium of a lot of different civic organizations, like the Empowerment Center at the time when I first met them, Jump for a Cause, Maccabees. These, we know each other. Founders of these civic organizations where they give back. And we get together and we do like a community give back. We give away coats and clothes and blankets and food and all that kind of stuff, strollers and walkers. We give away all those kinds of things. This year
we're giving away sneakers.
We got so many sneakers already. we got gently used sneakers. We're going to give away sneakers. Boys and girls, I think. But we got sneakers now, man. We got sneakers. This fall, we're going to be giving them away. But this particular one, they had the jump ropes going on. We had all these strollers. We were giving away the stuff. And Lisa gets this idea. Now, most of these are homeless people coming to this thing, homeless or downtrodden. Lisa gets this idea to get a crate and a box on a stool. And she goes to her car. She gets her equipment. And she sets up a little stand to do eyebrows for anyone who wants it. She just started doing their eyebrows, arching their eyebrows. And there was this one small lady, had on several coats. She looked homeless. She sat there and Lisa lovingly did this lady's eyebrows. And I saw it happening. And I promise you, when Lisa finished doing this lady's eyebrows, her face, she had like one of those almond-shaped faces, classic, beautiful face, but she just happened to be in that situation. When Lisa did her face, her little almond face looked beautiful, like a model almost. And when that lady saw her face, her whole demeanor changed. My opinion of her changed. Looking at that. I wasn't paying attention the whole time, but I saw what she looked like when she sat down, and I saw what she looked like when Lisa put that mirror in front of her.
Brian thought I did a whole face.
I thought she did a whole face.
I only did her eyebrows.
I thought she had put all makeup and everything.
But I had a chance to minister to her and talk to her heart the whole time that she was there. And I learned that she hadn't done her makeup or her eyebrows or anything since she had been in an accident that actually disfigured her, and she didn't grow eyebrows anymore.
Oh, wow.
There was a lot of things that she shared with me, and I was grateful for the opportunity, which is why I was often drawn to eyebrows and hair, because it allows people to let down their guard and to allow me to hear their hearts.
That was an amazing moment. That's another reason I decided I'm going to keep this woman. William Brown submits, does an ugly son really want anyone? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
And just not only the son, but the daughter, the brother, the mother, everybody. They do. Uzama says,
yes, just finished my 15 minutes. Yes, Lisa, a rebounder is a small trampoline. Thank you. I have one.
We have one of those.
I have
we
one.
Never knew to call it a trouble.
Uzama, do you have the stand that goes in front of it, or just freestyle, just the circle?
We just have the circle.
We just have the circle, and I kind of get a little bit nervous when I get up on it, but I just want, and I'm not going to be nervous when I get up on it anymore.
Yeah, it's just practice.
But I just wanted to know if you have the stand that goes in front of it, or you just free jumping up, 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 up. And do you have a routine, or do you like inside, outside, or you just go up and down, up and down, up and down? And what's the benefits of it?
Like in the Eddie Murphy movie Nutty Professor, when he was jumping on the mini trampoline, that scene, he first became Buddy Love. He was on a mini trampoline in a workout, and there was a leg workout, and he was going, no titties. No titties. No titties. My titties are gone. Your titties are lovely. What's your name?
I pray for you.
That's what he's doing.
William Brown says, funny story, I was always called Little Man.
William Brown's like 5'10", I think, and 5'10", 5'11", maybe. But he's not a little guy, but he was always called Little Man.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. How much do looks matter? Now, in that case where the woman got a makeover for her eyebrows, it did matter to her because she was able to see herself as beautiful.
She looked beautiful.
And
she was so
beautiful.
pretty.
She was beautiful even before I did her eyebrows, because I can't create anything. I'm not God. I can only enhance. And that's all I did, is I enhanced, but I also had a chance to speak to her heart.
There's this famous story about this plastic surgeon in Hollywood, world famous, very expensive. He specializes in rhinoplasty, which is nose jobs. Okay, is what he specialized in. There was this woman who had what she considered a very ugly hooked nose. She hired him to fix her nose. She showed him what she wanted. And the surgeon, the plastic surgeon, was very proud of his work. He thought it might have been one of his best jobs. And he says, when the bandages come off, you're going to see your new beautiful nose. And when she came back and the swelling had gone down, he took the bandages off and he immediately saw a new look, and he was proud of his work. And he says, how do you like the beautiful new you? And she was looking at it and she said, I still feel ugly. Mm-hmm. That feeling of ugliness, time grown, even though she had a new nose, even though her face was not traditionally ugly. She says, I still feel ugly. So that goes back to the subconscious, what you're feeling, whether you're good looking or not. Okay.
What are you feeling? What are you feeling?
Stephanie Martin says, I need your eyebrow ministry, Lisa. You probably do need come on, man. Lisa's really good at it. She's so good at it, she could rock her own. But other people, I'm telling you.
Eyebrowology by Lisa Santiago was my handle before I got married.
Really?
Yes.
Eyebrowology was your handle?
Yes, because I used to have a youth ministry, and all of my teenage girls had to go through eyebrowology because they were starting to do these crazy big giant things and all these crazy eyebrows and stuff. And I said, no, if you're gonna wear makeup, let's wear makeup right.
Okay.
And it gave me an opportunity to also talk about other things other than makeup with them. Obviously, makeup was just a gateway to have relationship with them. Every single one of my girls is a high school graduate. I have done every single one of their makeups, and I'm telling you, it was a wonderful addition. This year, it's been about 10 years since I have had a girl in ministry. But this year, I had the opportunity to do Sweet 16 makeup
for Priscilla Wallace, who's
Shayla
in the feed.
Wallace, that's
her daughter.
right, for Shayla Wallace.
Stephanie, I'm happy that you called it her eyebrow ministry because I really believe that's what was going on.
Yeah,
it was ministry.
It was ministry. That's why it's so funny. Shayla, bless her heart, and her mother, they in exchange for me doing her makeup, they had a lovely gift waiting for me there.
Oh,
a lovely gift of a makeup bag, rolling bag with everything on it or whatever. And I said, I don't do this. This is not my business.
Did you take the gift?
No, I didn't.
So you blocked somebody's blessing.
I didn't block their blessing.
They gave you a gift
no,
and you didn't take it with you.
It was beautiful.
I could have used it.
No, you couldn't. You knew you didn't make that bag. That's right. Priscilla says, love it. Amen. She turned it down.
Priscilla, give me your hand. Give me your hands.
I don't do makeup. I'm not.
That's not the point. It's not the point if you do makeup.
My business.
It's not the point.
It is my ministry.
Her and her daughter thought enough to go out, find this thing.
I thought it was beautiful.
They found this thing.
I thought it was beautiful.
And they put money behind it.
It's wonderful.
And energy behind it. And you didn't take it. For shame. If I had been there, Priscilla, we would have graciously took it. You don't have to find a use for it today.
I wouldn't.
What
if
you had it?
Something that
what
if
you had it and you had another opportunity to bless somebody else with makeup who came over to the house and you just happened to have had that? Oh my gosh.
Okay, all right.
I can't believe she did that, Miss Phyllis.
I received the
Miss Priscilla.
I received it.
Do you still have it?
I just
we'll go get in the car and go
that
get it.
I wasn't misusing something
that's
that
not
somebody
the point.
had set aside.
That's
Lita
not the
Janelle
point.
said, "Oh, what a great topic! I've had back-to-back business calls already. I gotta watch the replay. Good morning, all. Hey, Brian and Lisa.
Hey,
why you fussing, BKM? He's fussing
because Priscilla and her
receive
daughter Shayla." Lisa was wanting to be helpful.
I was grateful that she had asked.
I know.
I was so
and
honored
Lisa is good at it too. Lisa was doing her daughter's makeup. No, we blessed another artist. So
Amen.
good. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did too. But Lisa, But anyway, Lisa did her makeup and they wanted to gift Lisa back. They wanted to thank her. They found a beautiful rolling makeup cart. They put their energy finding it. They put their money behind it. And Lisa didn't accept it, which means you blocked somebody's blessing.
I didn't. I allowed someone else to be blessed.
Well, that's the good part, that someone else got blessed. But that's the only saving grace. Because if it was at their house collecting dust, man.
Oh Lord, forgive me.
How much do looks matter? How much they matter? In the 80s, there was a runaway successful book called Dress for Success. And it was like, there had been other books about that, but that was the first one that was really, really big. Dress for Success. And it was teaching basic stuff, like how do you match your clothes to be in corporate America? And then it became a whole thing, Dress for Success in this and in that, and in the workshops and books and all kinds of stuff, and you toured the country. But the idea that you can dress for success, the idea that you can arch eyebrows and change a whole person's arc of their life.
Absolutely. Priscilla said it was a makeup travel suitor. It was a beautiful standing case. It really was. Stop. But it just seemed to be too much for me and the ministry.
It's not too much for you. Who is this? I'm looking at. It was too much for me. That's not Lisa thought language. That's not winning language, by the way. I don't deserve it.
That's not
It's
what
too
I
much
said.
for me.
That's not what
You
I
said
said.
it was too much for me.
It's too much for me. I
Okay.
didn't say I didn't
That
deserve
is
it.
not winner's language.
I am a winner.
But that's not winner's language.
It
you just
is
said.
winner's language.
Oh my gosh.
It is. I'm grateful for the opportunity, but I am not requiring that much stuff for
See,
the
that's
blessing.
why it was a gift. You didn't require it. You didn't ask for it.
No.
You didn't expect it.
But what I'm saying is I don't even require it. I can actually show up.
Would you stop?
No. Would you stop? Because you don't understand.
You.
No. Bless your heart. So I could actually show up with a black or brown pencil and a straight razor and be able to create beauty out of whatever you've got going on.
I believe you.
So for me to have an entire suitor, makeup suitor, to go for just and one pack of eyelashes, like if you wanted to be extra, but I didn't need all of that. I did not need all of that.
That's why I wish you had stopped talking. It wasn't the point of you needed it. It wasn't the point of you couldn't do it with a black and brown and eyelashes and a razor blade. It wasn't the point. Okay, that's why I didn't want you to go no further.
Well,
you're furthering my case.
No, you're further. You're dug down.
I didn't want you to go there, baby.
It's okay. You're dug down. Bless your heart.
My God.
But I am great. I was so honored. For the offer and for them to have thought about me that way.
Let's say they invested $100 in that thing. Okay,
mm-hmm.
If they had just offered you $100, what would you have done?
I don't know.
Well, I think the gift was more special than the cash. Actually, I think the gift would have been more special.
I do too.
Winner's language. I love that term. That sounds like a book. Okay, here you go. William B. and Brian K. Oh, now you're partnering William and Brian doing a book, Winner's Language.
If they had just given me money, I would have probably put it in a card and given it to Shayla for her sweet 16.
Or put it in an offering plate or
something like that.
Yes. So I think it was more special that they chose a gift. Okay, because they had to pick it. They didn't just do it at random. They put some thought behind it.
Absolutely. And that would have actually caused me another so I'm not even gonna say. So I believe in what is the term
for
the spark joy term?
Okay, spark joy. That means does it bring you joy or not?
So the experience brought me joy, right?
Okay.
Things, physical, tangible things, I don't see in the same
not
way.
Nearly. No, you
that
don't.
People see physical, tangible things. I don't see them.
I know
the same
that
way.
about my wife.
I see things as something to take up space, something to require
she'd rather
investing, something.
She'd rather have an event,
experience,
or a gesture. Okay?
Right.
Like going somewhere or going out of your way to do something special. That means more to Lisa than a bauble. Okay, she don't need a bauble. She wants an experience, something pretty,
or a thanks, or
thanks,
even appreciation.
Yeah. Okay.
I've even gotten to the point that it's a challenge for me with cards and thoughts and things like that, because I enjoy them, but I enjoy them so much that I almost don't want to release them.
Man, I got a beautiful card the other day from my wife. My wife gave her husband a card. It was beautiful, and I loved what it said. You know, you'll always be my number one. And it was just, I'm not gonna say all of this stuff, but that was the tenor. Okay. She wanted to cheerlead her husband. She wanted to show appreciation for her husband. And she did it in a card, and I really appreciate that. I never had that experience before, and it meant something to me that my lady that I live with every single day, she see me every day. I go to bed with her every day.
And it was not his birthday. It was no milestone. It was just because, and I'm grateful.
Is that Gigi Bell sliding through? Good morning to you, Gigi. How you doing?
Hey. Good morning, Gigi.
The performer herself.
How are you doing this morning?
Yes.
And how much do looks matter?
How much do they matter? Looks. Lena Janelle
said looks do matter. I admit I hate when I have to get dolled up.
What?
Some men don't realize how much trouble women have to go through just to look professional and pretty. Sometimes I feel you, Lisa.
I will
do it, but
it's a chore sometimes.
I'm going to the International Black Theater Festival tomorrow.
Amen.
And I will have to get my glam on when I would rather focus on my networking, my presentation, my actual drawing, but I know better. Absolutely. You got to know better. They won't take me as seriously.
That's right. If I don't give up. They won't take me serious if I don't give up face.
Absolutely.
And body, yaddy, yaddy. Give up face and body, yaddy, yaddy. Gigi says,
looks matter in everything.
Well, yes. And I don't even want to say but, okay? Because, you know the expression, we shouldn't judge a book
by its cover.
But however,
how many books you judge?
We do.
All of them. All of them.
We shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but we do. I have to believe the runaway success of my latest book, Mastering Sales Language, has been far more successful than any other book I ever put out. And I have to believe a lot of the success is the cover design. The content is amazing, but the cover design is great. They got my picture with me like this. It just seems interesting to people, the cover. And we judge it, and they judge my book, and they buying it up. Dr. Carolyn Stevens, I would love your input. We got to get out of here shortly, but Dr. Carolyn, how much do looks really matter?
So looks matter in so many things, so much so that we're going to great lengths to keep our looks looking a certain age, right? Because of ageism. If you think about a 50-year-old 10 years ago and a 50-year-old today, there's such a tremendous disparagement.
It's amazing. Even much less 20 years ago or 30 years ago.
Absolutely. 50s, like our 50-year-olds don't even look like 50-year-olds anymore. And God forbid if they did, because people would begin to judge them as incapable of understanding certain things or out of the loop or no longer understanding technology and all of these different things.
We do not
conflate with ageism
gracefully anymore. People today age kicking and screaming.
Absolutely.
They fight it age. Okay, they maintain their youthfulness. It's a $1 billion industry, maintaining youthfulness.
Dr. Carolyn says, I think aesthetics are very important. However, it's what you have on the inside that exudes on the outside.
That's going back to a lot of people made that comment. Your carriage, your vibe. Dr. Carolyn also says, I can't wait to get my copy of your book.
Amen.
And she stopped by to say hello. Yep.
Lena Janelle says, for women, there ain't no but, Brian. When folks focus on
but, B-U-T-T,
and LOL, sometimes we don't acknowledge and wisely use our pretty privilege. That's right, because butts were not in my legacy.
You got a butt now?
Yes, I had to work real hard for it.
I put that there.
Oh, Lord butts were not in my legacy.
So women without butts,
they buy them now,
or accentuate the other positive attributes, like a pretty face, like great legs, like demeanor, all of that. Every part of it can be put to work with the way you carried yourself, with what you exude, to quote Dr. Carolyn.
Dr. Beverly says, my almost 90-year-old mother
looks good.
I can't wait to get her age and look good like my beautiful mother Hattie.
Amen. And I believe you.
Good morning, Craig. He says, good morning, everyone, and have a blessed day on purpose and enjoy it to the fullest.
Said, I agree with Carolyn, but both matter. It's 9:47. Okay, we got to do our greeting songs. We got to do our greeting songs. We got to do our greeting logos. And we're going to do it quickly today because we're late, like 5 minutes late, 6 minutes late.
Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Dr. Carolyn says people don't age gracefully because people are not intentional about putting their peace first. A lot of young girls look old. Yes, they do.
She's alluding to they let themselves be stressed.
Absolutely.
Put your peace first.
Put your peace that surpasses all understanding up
first.
At the front and the top of the line and the top of your list.
Peace. Honey. Stop being letting your peace be disturbed. Stop being anxious for stuff. Stop worrying to get those lines, okay? Every time I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. You know, it seems all these things. Every time I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. We got to do the greeting songs. You know, it's all these things. That's Dream On. I love Dream On by Aerosmith. Up first today is our greeting songs, Mr. Uzama Ra. He's got a greeting song that goes.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama. Lena Janelle says, Dr. Carol is dropping diamonds of wisdom in here.
That's right.
And Dr. Carol also laughs about Brian. Father, help my brother. Up next, Miss Phyllis George. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Doesn't it feel good to do Miss Phyllis's logo? Miss Susan Kenny's got one too. Susan, you're everything I hope for.
You're everything I need.
You are so beautiful
to me.
Oh man, that to me is to get you. Dr. Beverly has a logo. Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning to Dr. Beverly, and good morning to you and the rest of your crew. Today includes Alter Rican and Marion, particularly the Guru. Robin C. Stern is the Google Guru. Teach. The Google Guru. Teach. That's right, the Google Guru. That's our guy. Scroll, please.
Did you do Osama? Did we do Osama?
You did Osama, yes.
I did.
Scroll, baby.
My shimmies.
William Brown's got one. He's got good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. Good morning to our friend Will. Miss Emily Nelson's got a jam too when he goes, oh, Emily.
You came and you gave without taking.
Oh, Emily. Miss Priscilla Wallace got a jam too. Go.
Love my sister Priscilla.
Ella, eh.
Love my sister Priscilla. Ella, eh.
Jay Maddie's got a jam. Get ready. Get ready. Oh, get ready. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Good morning, Jay Maddie. Yay. Miss Stephanie Mars, now that Stephanie's in the room, we can really do her song the right way. Stephanie, you got one of the best songs. But when you don't show up, I'm tempted to appropriate your song sometimes. But Stephanie's song goes like this. Stephanie.
Life has new meaning to me.
There is beauty up above and things we never take notice of. You wake up and Stephanie,
your love.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Any 3-syllable name that jam would fit nicely. It's Stephanie, Anthony. Miss Lena Janelle, baby. We gets high off our art, don't know how to behave. Ooh. You have a challenge to go here and then back off.
No, yes.
Why?
Yes.
Just scroll, baby.
I'm gonna help you.
Gigi Bell, we don't have a jam for you, but we should get one. Dr. Carolyn Stevens has one too. Dr. C makes you sure of yourself. She'll have you walking like you've got the only loving left. That's our lady, Dr. Carolyn C. Stevens. Craig Saab, 1,000 degrees.
You'll be on your knees.
And you'll be burning, begging, please.
Brother
Freeze. Craig, let me borrow your VCR so I can dub a tape.
That's right. I think that's everyone.
I saw Lisa's son was watching one of the Friday movies, but that Pinky scene was on when I came through the kitchen. Where the Pinky, the guy that owned the record store or something, and this is how we get down in Pinkies. Say something else. That is one of the funniest scenes ever.
Gigi said, "What are y'all singing? We sing
our greeting songs to our consistent contributors, people who put stuff in the comment section regularly. We consider those contributors, and we thank them with a greeting song and with a greeting logo, like we just did for Carolyn Stevens. Dr. C, like we did with Priscilla Wallace. Love my sister Priscilla, Lena Janelle, baby. Those are people that contribute. And if you think that's kind of cool, if you're watching here, you think, man, I like a song. All you got to do is be a contributor.
A consistent contributor, and help us to find a song for you. Because we got a lot of songs in our head.
I don't know what she's talking about here. She says, Ita Ono. No, that's not right. Okay. What y'all singing? Okay. I lost it. But anyway, but good. We've had, on my feed, 24 comments. Okay. That's what I saw. But anyway, thank you for participating. Wait a minute. Lena said something about her song. Go now.
I'm trying to.
Lena says, thank you for my song, Brian and Lisa. Hey, Dr. Beverly and the crew. I love Robin's song. It's up there with Craig Sabb and Mark Greer's jam.
Mark Greer wasn't in the room today, but he'll be here for
Dr.
Wisdom Wednesday tomorrow. And ladies, let me tell you, tonight, go to the Empowerment Center.online at 7 p.m. You'll be entering right into the room where we are waiting to hang out with you together. Go to the Empowerment Center.online for a experience of Women Empowerment Networks that we will be. It'll be our inaugural experience.
Yes. It's actually a space that we own now. The Empowerment Center.online. I'm excited to see what you do with that, baby. Dr. Carolyn encourages Gigi Bell, you got to get a song. And now Gigi Bell's a performer, you know, she sings. Lena Janelle says, come on back, Gigi, get your song, girl.
Hey,
what?
We love you. You're very welcome, Sister Priscilla. She says, thank you. You are very welcome. We love you. We love you guys. Amen. We're always thankful that you decided to make this your stop by place. We look forward to seeing you ladies tonight. Go to the Empowerment Center the Empowerment Center.online. The Empowerment Center.online at 7 p.m. No registration is required. Just come on in the room. Come a little bit early so that you can get yourself logged in, get comfortable, and check things out.
Get your seat.
That's right. Everyone will be seated in the room, and we're looking forward to seeing you there.
Priscilla can tell you, how do you upset church folks? Somebody sit in their seat. Who is this visitor sitting in my seat?
The Empowerment Center.online.
Thank you, Lena, for posting that.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you, guys. We love you, and don't forget to have sex.